Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. Whilst I've been working on my animations, I just thought I'd make a quick video so then my channel doesn't fade to dust. uh, whilst I'm working on my animations, I just thought I'd make a video. And today this video is going to be my top 15 favourite national flags, and this is based on my opinion. Hence why it says my top 15, but basically for each slide it's going to have the picture of the flag, the name of the country, and it's also going to have the colours on the flag, the continent that the country is in, the date that it was adopted, and for some of them, if I can, I will also give you a reason as to why I like each flag. So of course I'm doing this whilst I'll be working on my animations later on. They should be done soon. So let's begin, shall we? Number 15 is the Comoros flag. Is the flag of Comoros. Colours is yellow, green, white, red, and blue, and you've got a white moon and 4 white stars. And the country is in Africa. And its flag adoption date was the 7th of January 2002. I don't know why, but ever since I first saw this flag, it's always caught my eye. It's like, oh, that flag looks quite nice. It's probably the differences from the colours and the contrasting of each colour, the way the green contrasts the yellow, which also works well with the white, and then you've got the red contrasting with the blue. Even though they're both primary colours, they contrast quite well. Even though blue's main contrasting colour is orange, it works quite well with red. So number 14 is Azerbaijan, and the colours is blue, red and green, with a white moon and star in the centre of the red stripe. And it's on the continent of Europe, and its original adoption date was the 9th of November in 1918, but it got re-adopted on the 5th of February in 1991. The reason why I like this flag is both colours work well with the red central stripe. I mean, the blue works well with the red, as we've already previously discussed with the Comoros flag, but the green works well with the red as well. I don't know why, but to me it kind of looks like a sunset sky. Like, I mean, this is what it looks like to me. It's like a sunset sky, the ground being the green part, and then the emerging sunset being the red, with the moon slowly rising, and then you get the final glimpses of blue sky before it sets. I mean, that's what it looks like to me, so that's probably why I like the flag. Number 13 is Cameroon, and the colours is red, green and gold in a tricolour vertical format with a gold star in the middle. And it is in Africa, and its adoption date was the 3rd of September 1990. I like this flag because it works with pretty much everything. The gold works well with the red, which works well with the green. Most of these would probably just be because the colours work well, but I think the green means the land that they have, and then I think the gold is farming. I can't remember what the red part means, so I think that's what it means, but I could be wrong. I mean, I did research this, but I could be wrong. 12 is Portugal, and the colours is a dark green and a red, which is almost a burgundy kind of colour. And on the borderline of each colour, you've got the coat of arms with a gold ring around it. It's in Europe, and its adoption date was the 30th of June 1911. Now, the reason why I like this flag is because, not because of the green or the red, but it's because it's the only country that actually has its coat of arms on the flag. I believe it's the only country that has its coat of arms on the flag. And that the gold ball behind it as well, I quite like. I can't remember what that is, but that's probably the reason why I like it. It's because of the coat of arms and that gold ball, which I forgot its name. Number 11 is Denmark, and it's red with a white Scandinavian cross on it. It's in Europe, and its adoption date, I couldn't find its exact date, but the year that it was adopted was 1748. The reason why I like this flag is pretty simple, really. It's because it's the oldest flag. I like this flag because of its age. So, I mean, it's the oldest flag that's still currently in use. And I don't think they're going to change it anytime soon. I mean, why would they? On to the next flag then. Number 10 is the Republic of South Korea. And the colours are red, blue and white, with four black different trigrams. That's these little lines here. It's in Asia, and its adoption date was the 25th of January 1950. Of course, I don't have to explain too much as to why it had to change. The Korean War. Which was obviously North and South Korea, which is what we have now. Anyways, the reason why I like South Korea's flag is the red and blue circle, because it looks sort of like a yin-yang. Of course, different colours, and it's not just like directly cut in the middle, it's wavy. And I also like the trigrams as well, because each trigram is different. So you got 3 solid lines, and then the one on the bottom left, you got 2 solid lines with the line in the middle being split in half. Then in the top right, you've got 2 lines being split in half with the middle line being solid, and then on the bottom right, all 3 lines are split in half. They're opposite. They're basically opposites to each other, but I mainly like the flag because of the circle but mainly the trigrams. So number 9 is Seychelles, or Seychelles, whatever. The colours are blue, yellow, red, white, green. It's an African country, and the flag's adoption date was the 18th of June 1996. The reason why I like this flag is because it's obviously quite a bold and colourful one, and you can also spot other national flags inside this flag as well. For example, the blue, the yellow and the red makes Romania, Chad, Andorra, if you put the little symbol there, and the red, white and green makes the flag of Hungary, but if you turn that on its side, it looks like the flag of Italy. So it's got flags within flags, not quite as many as Norway, but it's got flags within flags. And those are the 2 reasons why I like it, because it's got flags within flags, and because of the variation of colours. I mean, it's got the 3 primary colours, and then a white band, and then a green band. Some of these are really simple reasons as to why I like them, so that's why they might be a bit brief. Number 8 is Jamaica, and the colours on there are green and black with a yellow cross dividing. And it's in Central America, and its adoption date was the 6th of August 1962. Now, I believe the black parts on the Jamaican flag represent the hardships that Jamaica has been through. I believe the green is for the future, and I think the yellow cross divides the two, so I think so the future doesn't get mixed with the bad times that they've had in the past. And that's one reason why I like it. Another reason is the colours. Obviously, black works with yellow and yellow works with green, as we've seen before. And here's a fun fact for the Jamaican flag. It is the only national flag in the world where it does not have red or white or blue on the flag. There's a fun fact for you. For if it ever popped up in a pub quiz or something, but there you go. Number 7 is New Zealand, and the colours are red, white and blue, but the main field is blue, and the red and white parts come from the Union flag, which is in the top canton, and the 4 stars in the Crux constellation. That's what the 4 flags mean. And the Crux constellation is the Southern Cross constellation. And its continent is Oceania, and its adoption date was the 24th of March 1902. Now, the reason why I like New Zealand's flag is probably because when I was much younger, I thought it was the exact same as Australia's flag. And then I realised there were 2 less stars, and the stars were different colours. But I quite like it because, well, that's probably because I like it. That's literally the only reason that I can think, that I can remember anyway. But it's not just the fact that it's got the Union Jack, but it's not the only country that has the Southern Cross constellation on the flag. There's a lot more, mainly around in the oceanic continent. We'll move on to the next flag, which you can probably guess what it is. Australia. Same field, blue field with the Union Jack in the canton. It's got the stars from the Southern Cross continent, like I already said. But the big difference is it has 2 more stars. The little 5-pointed star there, and that big white star, which is the Commonwealth star. Obviously it's in Oceania. I've said that wrong. And its adoption date was the 8th of December 1908. Of course they had a flag before that, but that one was the adoption date where they added the 7th point on the Commonwealth star, as well as the little 5-pointed star there. Again, the reason why I like this is because of the Southern Cross constellation, as well as the Union Jack. Well, the Union flag, it's only a jack if it's on the ship. And the fact that it represents the Commonwealth by using the Commonwealth stars. At first though, I thought that each star represented each state of Australia, because the 6 states in Australia, I remember most of them, I can't remember all of them, which is New South Wales, Queensland, Tasmania, Victoria, and there's 2 others which I can't remember. Sorry to any Australian watching this, I can't remember all 6 of them. But probably the same reasons for New Zealand, because of the Southern Cross constellation and the Union flag, but as well as the Commonwealth star. Number 5 is the Republic of South Africa, and the colours on here there are a lot. Red, blue, green, white, gold and black. Of course, by the name, it's in Africa, and its date of adoption was the 27th of April 1994. The reasons why I like this is obviously because of is mostly because of the multicolours. I liked a lot of these when I was younger because of the multicolours. That's but I believe the gold V from the around the black isosceles triangle is for hope, and I think the green Y shape represents is the barrier between war and peace. I think I may have got that completely wrong, but that's what I think it is. Obviously, war represents the red and peace represents the blue. I think, but I can't remember. Number 4 is Japan, and it's red and white with the red disc that was just north of centre. I believe it's in the centre now, and it's obviously in Asia, and the adoption date was February 27th, 1870. Now, to many people, the Japanese flag might just be a white rectangle with a red circle. When the red circle was not in the centre, which I think it's in the centre now, it was represented as like the sun rising. That's why it's called Land of the Rising Sun. Also, many believe that the red disc was created by, I think it was either the red disc or the whole flag was created by a goddess. I think a 7th century, no, yeah, the 7th century goddess. I think, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I believe the red disc was represented by the goddess that was believed to have created the flag. I think it was either the flag or that created the country, but it also has another name, but a Japanese name obviously, but I can't remember what it's called. I think it's a Takuna? I'll have to search up again. Number 3 is the Canadian flag, and the colours are red and white, with a red maple leaf in the centre of the white stripe, sorry. Continent in North America, and its adoption date of the most recent change, which I can't, well, was the 15th of February 1965. The reason why I like this flag is because of the maple leaf. I think the maple leaf represents, well, I think it's, well, obviously because it's the French part when they went to Canada many years ago. They gave it a name which meant single leaf. So, I mean, that's what the maple leaf represents. I think it means that name. And of course, the reason why it's ranked so high is because obviously the maple leaf is like standing out on the white background, obviously with the red borders around it, and because a few of my favourite sports figures are from there. A few of my favourite sportsmen are from Canada, so yeah. I like them because of their sportsmen. Well, that and everything else that I said before. Number 2 is the United States of America. Colours are blue, red and white. The 50 stars on the flag obviously represents the 50 states. The red and white is organised into 13 stripes, and the 13 stripes represent the original 13 colonies of the United States. And the continent is obviously in North America. Kaput. Mind blown. And the most recent adoption of the addition of the 50th star was on the 4th of July 1960. And it's a pretty iconic flag. So, I mean, I like it because it's pretty iconic. And obviously that I like how each flag represents a new state and each stripe represents an original colony. And this version has been the longest serving American flag. It has been in use for 59 years now. Well, it'll be 59 years come 4th of July. So at the moment it's 58, but come 4th of July it'll be 59. I mean, I don't think I really have to explain too much of the US flag as to why many people would like it. Because as I just said, it's a pretty iconic flag and you could recognise it from a mile away, if you could see a mile. And number one is the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, or United Kingdom for short. Colours are red, white and blue, obviously with the blue field with the St Andrew's Cross, which is counterchanged with the Cross of St Patrick, which is represented by Ireland and Northern Ireland, over St George's Cross, which is represented by England and Wales. It's in Europe and it was adopted in 1801. The reason why I said England and Wales is because this was I think just after the Battle of Wales, and so at the time Wales wasn't a country, it was a colony, and so that's why the St George's Cross would represent England and Wales because of that battle, and then they formed the flag. And the reason why I like this flag is because I live here, more specifically in England, but I live here. But I'm not being biased in any way possible. Again, like the US flag, it's a pretty iconic flag. You can see it from wherever. And it's just because the reason why I like this flag most is because it represents each of the saints from each country represented on the flag. So, as I've just said, the blue field with the St Andrew's Cross is from Scotland. The red diagonal crosses, from the Cross of St Patrick, which was Ireland and Northern Ireland, and St George's Cross, the big one in the middle, was England and Wales. So that's why I like it, because it represents each saint from each country that forms it. So thank you for watching my top favourite 15 national flags video. Do you have any favourites that wasn't on the list? If you do, drop them in the comments and let me know. Because I'd like to hear other people's opinions and what excuse me, and what flags other people like. Don't forget to open the door and heed the call by clicking on the subscribe button and bell notification so you do not miss any future content on my channel. Maybe an animation might be coming up soon because I've got one nearly finished. So enjoy. And as I say, if you subscribe, enjoy my channel. I do hope that you will enjoy my channel, and I do hope that you'll enjoy my videos. So thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And until then, goodbye.